guys, what is happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another informative episode of Lost Horizon Fishing. Well, the new fish finder project is complete. The Lowrance Elite FS 7 is installed. I just got off the water and I am like super stoked because the thing works amazing. So many features now that I didn't have before. My previous fish finder was the Lowrance Hook 2.5. And because the transducer was mounted down inside the hull, basically just epoxied inside the hull, there were a lot of features that didn't work. No down scan, no side scan. And of course, water temperature was never accurate. So now with this new unit, I've got everything that I didn't have before. You know, I've got side scan, down scan, of course, the sonar. This thing has Bluetooth. I can connect my phone to it. I can connect it to the Wi-Fi in my house to do upgrades. The thing is just awesome. And one of the things that makes it so awesome is now I have an externally mounted transducer, and I've got the big Lowrance Active Imaging 3-in-1 transducer installed. Then I've got the kayak flipped upside down. Here's the Lowrance Active Imaging 3-in-1 transducer. And here's where the cable enters the hull. Underneath that cap and flange assembly, there's a 1-inch hole. And I've got the whole thing done. It's probably positioned about 10 inches up from the fin. All in all, it was not a difficult installation. And honestly, everything went very smoothly, as you'll see in the installation video. Before I roll the installation part of the video, I should probably give a shout out to RoKKiT Kit. He has probably the premier stealth channel on YouTube, and when he got his latest stealth, I forgot what model it is. I think it's a 460, but it's all carbon fiber, a beautiful black stealth. But he did the 3-in-1 active imaging transducer on the bottom of his, and basically he didn't really show the video of it being done, but he described how it was done, and he described it very accurately, and I thought, you know what, I think I can do that. And so, hey, I'm going to roll the installation video and check it out, and you'll see if you're a stealth guy and you want to do this yourself, it is very easy. All right, I lightly sanded the hull of the kayak with 120 grit and then cleaned it with acetone, and did the same thing to the bottom of the transducer. And now it is time to plop that thing on and let it dry overnight. Set this guy in position, making sure the cable is pointing that direction. Sure it didn't move too much here. Close enough. Now we will let that cure for 24 hours. We should be good to go. Next up comes the critical part though. I've got to drill a hole in this bad boy. All right, well it is the next day. It's been 24 hours and now the transducer is solidly attached to the bottom of the hull. The next part of the operation though is definitely what we call the point of no return. I've got to drill a 1-inch hole here, and it has to be 1 inch so I can get the connector, the transducer connector to go through there. And so, hey, let's go ahead, let's drill the hole. Okay, this is it. Point of no return. was easy enough. Okay, so the hole has been drilled successfully, 1-inch hole. I was able to clear out most of the foam here, so I got plenty of room to get my connector through. So we're good to go. Let's go ahead and run the cable up to the fish hatch where it belongs and get on to that next phase. All right, so I've got the cable going up through the 1-inch hole. So it's now inside the hull. I took out these 2 rod tubes, so now I've got the end of the cable right here. And of course the goal now is just to slide the cable up through this void, and it is going to come into the fish hatch. I don't know the way the lighting is, but there's a little, it's going to come out right here out of this little cutout right here. Matter of fact, there's my old transducer right here, epoxy to the hull. And what I've done is I've just taken a little paracord and hooked it to this tape measure. Now I'll just slide the tape measure along the inside of the hull. That should do it. I'll tie it onto the connector in there and just pull her on through. Should be a piece of cake. All right, so we've got the paracord tied onto the transducer connector. Just drop that inside and now we can pull it forward. There's no baffles, there's no bulkheads, there's no nothing, so it should pull easily up towards the front, hopefully, unless it gets hung up on something. All right, this is basically what I'm going to do to seal up this hole, right? This piece here, which I made out of carbon fiber, will eventually get filled with silicone. But what I'm going to do for now, I just want to glue the flange down around that hole. So basically I'll pull the cable up. This is going to slip over the cable. And then before I actually put silicone down inside this, I'll put a little baffle in there so that the silicone doesn't mushroom out. So basically this cable is just going to go all the way down in here like this. Well, all right, boys, it is the next day and the flange has had 24 hours to cure. It's in there like a rock. And I don't know if you can tell. Let me put my cell phone over here with that. But the whole center section here is now filled with silicone. So that goes about 1 inch deep down into the kayak hole. And so this thing's completely watertight now. I have 100% confidence in that. But as you can see, the wire is still exposed. So once this has set up for a few days, I mean, 3M 4200 fast cure is supposed to cure in 24 hours, but that's a whole lot of silicone in there, so I'll give it a couple days. And then once it's properly set up, I'm going to add this piece that Anthony from Black Flag Fishing 3D printed for me. Awesome, perfect. And that will set over the top of this like that. And then that will give that wire plenty of protection there. All right, that cap is all siliconed in place and it's strapped down. I'm going to leave it strapped down for about 48 hours and then probably let it cure for at least 3 more days after that, and then it should be ready to go in the water. All right, here's where we're at now. We got the new head unit installed. That Elite FS is really looking nice. Has an actual glass screen like an iPhone. Got the cables all run. Got this corrugated stuff to protect the cables where they exit the fish hatch. And then inside the fish hatch, I've got the cables running alongside here. I hate having loose wires inside the fish hatch. Well, how cool is that? We got the Lowrance Elite FS all checked out here. Oh man, a major step up from my Hook 2.5, that's for sure. There was no down scan or no side scan with that unit, especially with the transducer epoxied inside the hull. Switch over here to side scan. Oh, so cool. Are you kidding me? Down scan. Oh, so nice. This is awesome. Great upgrade. I'm really stoked right now.